What is good, my Rags and Fitness people, my Rags and Fitness folks, my Rags and Fitness fam? It is your man Rags, back off up in this thing. And when I tell you I'm up in it, I'm talking about I'm knee deep, all the way off up in it. Guys, do yourself a favor, do Rags a favor, do the world a favor, do everybody a favor, man, and keep God first in everything that you do. Make the main thing the main thing. And for all I'm a Crimson Tide football fans, can I please get a roll, tide, roll, baby? Guys, it's your man Rags back with another one, guys. And as you can see by the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about Mr. Jalen Milroe, guys. The infamous Mr. Jalen Milroe. Guys, we got news that Mr. Jalen Milroe has declared for the NFL draft, guys. That means he will no longer be with the University of Alabama. I know a lot of you guys want to give a round of applause, so we'll give a round of applause for you guys that really wanted Mr. Jalen Milroe gone. But let me do this, right? Mr. Jalen Milroe, I want to thank you for being a stand-up guy. You didn't get into any trouble while you was at the Capstone, the University of Alabama, and I think you represented us pretty good, Jalen Milroe. I want to say congratulations on everything that you achieved, everything that you got, any awards that you got, man. I want to say that I appreciate you, Mr. Jalen Milroe. When you stayed, when a lot of people was tampering with you, and you decided to stay and show your loyalty to the program when we was in the debacle, right? When Nick Saban left, a lot of other players was leaving. They didn't show any loyalty. They was only chasing the money, chasing the bag, as we say. And Mr. Jalen Milroe, you decided to stay. With all the poaching that was going on, and people was in your inbox and people was in your head telling you, hey, Jalen, if you leave, you can get more money, right? You can do this, you can do that. So for all of the people that's so happy that he's leaving, and you know, a lot of us preach loyalty. These people wasn't loyal to us, and they only left for the bag, and none of these kids are loyal nowadays. I think you have to give Mr. Jalen Milroe props for staying at a time that he didn't have to stay. And Mr. Jalen Milroe, I want to say thank you. And I want to say I wish you the best on everything that you do, all your endeavors. I hope you go into the NFL, and I hope you light it up, because I'm always say that was my quarterback right there. Hey, man, do everything that you can do at a high level, Mr. Jalen Milroe. Thank you. Mr. Jalen Milroe is going to go on, and hopefully he get him a good quarterback coach in the NFL. And we're all going to say one thing. Hey, man, he's an alumni of Alabama, man. That's the product that we put in the NFL. He's doing good. Now, we know if he go in there and he do bad, he get drafted by a bad team, he don't do good, they want him to take over as soon as he get in. We're going to say, hey, see there? Look, that's the same thing we was going through at the University of Alabama. But that's neither here nor there, man. No matter what he do from here on out, man, I wish him the best of luck. The next question with Mr. Milroe leaving is, what is the University of Alabama is going to do? Because it's some production that we're going to have to, somebody's going to have to fill these shoes. But before, I'm glad I brought that up, the production thing. Before we get into what we're going to do next, let's talk about the production of Mr. Jalen Milroe. Let's talk about 2024 in particular, right? This guy, he put up, let me see, what did he put up? 2,844 yards, 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That wasn't good, right? But 2,844 yards, that's nothing like mind-boggling, right? That's not earth-shattering, right? But then you go here and you look, this guy had 168 carries for 726 yards, right? Now, his career total, right? He had 6,016 yards. He had, that's yards passing. Rushing, he had 1,577 yards, 1,577 yards, 33 touchdowns on the ground, and he had 20 touchdowns in the air. That's his whole career, right? Guys, who's going to fill those shoes? What's next for Alabama at quarterback, right? And I got a little article here that I'm reading from somebody that they wrote, right? I'm just gonna kind of read little small sentences out of there because we're gonna kind of elaborate on those sentences a little bit. It says here, so get ready for a quarterback competition. As of today, the quarterback room will consist of Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, and Keon Russell, right? Keelan Russell is how you really say that for next season. That's a group with plenty of potential, but limited experience, right? Simpson, we know Simpson. He's the most experienced guy. He's never started a game before, but he will enter the offseason in the pole position to win the job. We're all going to be clamoring for Mr. Simpson to win this position. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I was a big rooter for Mr. Ty Simpson, even before we decided that Mr. Jalen Milroe was going to be the starter quarterback, because we were saying, is it going to be Tyler Buckner, Ty Simpson, Dylan Lonergan, Eli Holstein, Jalen, who is it going to be? And Jalen Milroe beat him out, right? Because we know this guy is dangerous on the ground. But Mr. Ty Simpson is not a slouch when it comes to the running game either. So we gotta pretty much say that we think that he's going to be the next starter, but we don't know. Simpson, a 5-star quarterback in 2022 recruiting class, wasn't able to grab the starting job away from Milroe in 2023 when there was a competition. But Simpson was only heading into his second season of college football then. Now Simpson played 3 seasons serving primarily as backup. He has logged 188 snaps over that span. The Martin, Tennessee native has completed 29 of 50 passes, 381 yards, no passing touchdowns, but 3 rushing touchdowns. Hey, man, sound pretty good to me. Sound like we got a guy that's sitting there, sitting back, waiting his turn. Now, we talked about Jalen Milroe earlier, and I said, thank you, Jalen Milroe, for being loyal to the program when a lot of other kids was not loyal to the program. I think that when we talk about Mr. Ty Simpson, we have to say the same thing for him. Thank you, Mr. Ty Simpson, for being loyal to the program when a lot of others was leaving us. They were saying the ship was sinking, that everything was going downhill. Mr. Nick Saban wasn't there any longer. What are we going to do? And Mr. Ty Simpson has sit there and he's waited his turn. And lo and behold, he has a great opportunity to be Alabama's starting quarterback next season. Now, that won't come with some stiff competition. Let's talk about the other guy, Mr. Mack. Mack is the other contender with college experience, albeit limited. Mack transferred from Washington to Alabama ahead of 2024 following DeBoer. Mack graduated a year early from high school and spent the 2023 season with the Huskies. So even though he's in his 3rd year as part of a college program, Mack should only be out of high school 2 years. He didn't play for Washington in 2023. Then he saw limited action behind Milroe and Simpson in 2024. Mack completed 2 of 3 passes for 39 yards and 1 touchdown against Mercer this season. Okay, and they just saying how Mr. DeBoer is saying he believed that Mr. Austin Mack has came a long way, right? And we all know that Mr. Austin Mack, he's like a physical specimen. This guy's like what, 6'7", 6'8", something like that. He's a pretty stout kid, right? You know, those tall guys, they come pretty stout. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna sit in that pocket and look like a statue, man. But this guy, he's got a nice arm on him too. We saw glimpses of that when he threw some passes in that Mercer game, man, and he looked pretty good. This guy could be a solid backup for us, man. A solid backup, as long as Ty Simpson stay healthy. But we know in football, especially college football in the SEC, it's hard to stay healthy. So who knows? We will need to get Mack ready, get Mack, acclimated to, playing some good SEC football, because who knows when you might have to be the next man up to go ahead and take your chance, man, and take your opportunities to show us what you got. And then there's Russell, Mr. Keelan Russell, the 5-star quarterback and number 2 prospect in the entire 2025 recruiting class, per the 247 Sports composite. The Duncanville, Texas native has a bright future ahead, but whether that means he can start right away remains to be seen. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I believe that this guy is going to be great as far as showcasing his talents at practice. If they're going to have a camera on him, there's going to be a lot of people in the fan base saying, hey, man, put the young guy in. But I'm a believer in letting the young guys sit for a little bit and seeing, the older guys go through whatever they go through, learning from experience, right? Gaining a little wisdom behind these other guys. But if the other guys come in and they're not performing the way that they need to, why not let the young guy get his chance, right? We all know that he was an all-star, Under Armour All-American guy, and he played in the game yesterday, which was what? January the 2nd. And I think he got hurt. I think he rolled his ankle, and he may have been able to go back in the game, but somebody said that his parents said, no, he's not going back in the game. We're going to pull it. That's it. That's enough. We got to get our son ready for this collegiate game, right? The collegiate sport of college football, man, and getting ready for this tough, grueling schedule with Alabama, right? Because we never know what's going to happen with our son. He may be put in the fire right away. You never know. Guys, we got a lot going on right now at the Capstone. We got a lot going on in Tuscaloosa, guys. We got guys that still hitting the transfer portal. You got Amari Jefferson just hit the transfer portal. You got some more defensive players that's thinking about hitting the transfer portal. We got a lot to talk about. But in this video, I just mainly want to say congratulations to Jalen Milroe. And I know a lot of you guys want to have some more stuff to say. I want you guys to get in the comment section and say whatever you want to say about Mr. Jalen Milroe, whether you want to congratulate him and say, hey, man, good riddance. You know what I'm saying? That's what the comment section is made for. And we're going to discuss this a little bit more later on tonight. Now, Old Rags is on a fitness journey, as a lot of you guys know. Hence, that's the name of the channel, Rags of Fitness. Recreational athletics, games, sports, and fitness. Right? And Old Rags is going to go live again later on tonight around about 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to go live. I will be in the gym. I will be on the exercise bike, getting some cardio in. So, guys, feel free to come in 9 o'clock tonight. Live now. It's going to be live action, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, right? And we're going to talk about it. And Rags, he answered all questions, right? So we're going to talk about the transfer portal with Amari Jefferson leaving now. We got the defensive guy that's leaving. I can't remember his name exactly. It's Ross, I think. Mr. Ross, I want to say is leaving. Guys, we got a lot going on. And we also got Mr. Colin Hixler. I forgot how you say his last name. I know I just call him Colin. You got Mr. Colin that's going to be the co-defensive coordinator. He's going to be terminated, right? Which I think that's the least of our worries is terminating that guy. I think there's a lot of more fish that we need to fry before we should have fried him, right? Or fired him, fired him, however you want to go with that. But guys, we got a lot to talk about. So thank you for watching this video. Guys, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and come and talk to me live tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I will be on the exercise bike. So guys, never mind that. You'll see me sweating. But guys, we're on a weight loss journey, guys. I want you to keep God first. We're also thinking about getting better every day, at least 1% better. If not 1%, maybe a fraction of a percent better. But guys, the whole focus is being a better you. Guys, this is 2025. We're only the third day in, guys, and we're making it count. We're making every day count. I love you guys. And let me tell you this. I know you love looking down into the depths of my eyes, man. I know you love it. But Old Rags got some things to do. I got some people to see. Maybe I got some people to do. So with all that being said, man, Old Rags got to get out of here already. Yeah.